Today we're going to dive into mastering the navigation of the city of Malmö. By the end of this video, you will be able to get around the city with ease. So you just arrived to Malmö Central Station, and you're probably thinking, how am I supposed to get around in the city? Well, first things first, let's talk about the bus app. It's called Skånetrafiken and is the key to the local transportation in Malmö. So the first thing you need to do is to download the app from App Store or Google Play. Once downloaded and you want to buy a ticket, simply enter your destination you want to go to. Select the time you want to go and choose your ticket type. Options include single tickets, 24-hour passes, 30-day passes. Once you've selected your ticket, choose between adult, youth, student or senior. Note that student and senior requires you to have a special ID. And if you want to read more about that, I have put a link in the description to their website. Scroll down and select your payment method. There are two options, Swish and pay with a new payment card. Swish is a Swedish payment method that requires a specific digital ID. So most likely, you'll be using your credit or debit card. If you haven't set up an account or added your card details yet, you need to do so here. Once done, you can choose to activate your ticket immediately or later. And I would advise you, if you're traveling with others, purchasing a family ticket on the same phone will give you a 25% discount. All you have to do is to choose more than one person in the app. And here's another tip. Hold off on activating your ticket until you see the bus, as the ticket will only be valid for 1 hour. And here's a pro tip. You don't actually have to put the destination you're going to in the app. If you're in a hurry and you see the bus coming, you can choose a pre-filled destination and purchase the ticket. Because the thing is that all of Malmö falls under the same zone, so they only need to confirm that you're on the correct zone and that the ticket is valid. So they never look at the specific address you're going to. Besides from the app, you can also buy a traditional bus card at the central station at the Skånetrafiken office. You can also use your debit and credit card directly on the bus, but remember that they don't take cash. Usually, when me and Anna travels abroad, it typically takes some time for us to adjust to the local transportation system. Fortunately, Malmö isn't as big as Tokyo, for instance, so it's pretty easy to get around. Bus stations. And here is how the bus stations work. Stations are marked with letters, which is handy to ensure that you're heading in the right direction. When selecting a bus in the app, you see the word position followed by a letter, typically just A and B. But larger stations like Malmö Central Station may have more letters. A useful way to find your bus and your letter is to simply press the map in the app and zoom in like this. And if you're waiting for the bus and it's just running late or you just want to track its location, then head into the app and locate the bus you're waiting for, press on it, and you'll see green dots indicating the bus stations the bus has already been to, while the empty dots represents the ones it hasn't been to. Going by taxi. If you prefer to travel by taxi, some of the local cab companies offer fixed rates, typically ranging from 109 to 139 kronor. However, unlike the local transportation, Malmö is divided into different zones for the taxi companies, so make sure to ask about the fare when you call for a cab. While it's not really common to hail a cab in Malmö, you can approach the taxi if they're parked in a parking lot. Trains. Malmö also have a small subway train network called the City Tunnel, and they have 3 main stations: Malmö Central Station, Triangle Station, and Hyllie Station, where Eurovision is held. The trains run pretty frequently. The trip between Malmö Central Station and Hyllie usually takes around 15 minutes. There are 2 ways to buy tickets for the train. One is to buy it at a kiosk close to the station, and the other one is to buy it in the Skånetrafiken app. You use the same ticket as you use on the buses, and you can buy one ticket and go with a bus and a train as long as the ticket is valid. On the trains, you don't have to scan the ticket because they have staff that do that for you. But be careful and activate the ticket before the train leaves, as the staff can see if you activated the ticket when you see them, and that is not allowed. Biking. This is one of Malmö's strengths. The city is actually renowned as one of the world's best cities for bicycles. And one popular option for renting bikes in Malmö is Malmö by Bike, which offers affordable rentals with numerous stations across the city. And here is how it works. You can buy a 24-hour card at any station or create an account on their website for more options. Once you have an account, you can download the app to plan your route and see the different locations. However, bikes must be returned to designated stations, so you can't park them anywhere else. And here are the prices. For a 24-hour ticket, you pay 80 kroner. And if you want a 72-hour ticket, you pay 165 kroner. If you are staying in Malmö for a longer period of time, an annual ticket costs 250 kroner. Biking in Malmö might be the best and most affordable way to get around the city. Good things to know. Tipping. Tipping is optional in Sweden. While appreciated, no one will fault you for not tipping. Buses. Many Swedes prefer not to sit next to strangers if other seats are available. And also, it's common courtesy to offer seats to the elderly or injured passengers. Fika. Fika is a simple Swedish tradition. It means taking a break with a coffee and a snack. And most cafes in Malmö operate on a self-service basis. Asking for help. Don't hesitate to ask for assistance if you need it, because Swedes are actually pretty good in communicating in English. Even if Swedish people are pretty good at English, it doesn't hurt to know a couple of basic Swedish words. And here are some useful ones to know. Hej means hi. Hey hey or hey hey. Often used when you don't know someone, like when you're entering a store and greeting the staff. Ursäkta. That means excuse me, and it's pronounced ursäkta. Ursäkta. Tack means thank you. Tack så mycket means thank you very much. Hej då means goodbye. And of course, it depends on what accent you're using, but pronouncing them the way I showed you will make them understand what you're trying to say. SIM cards. Unfortunately, a new law passed in 2022, which makes it impossible for non-Swedes to get a temporary SIM card in Sweden. The reason is to prevent anonymous SIM card ownership. However, there are numerous online providers offering affordable options to stay connected. And one provider that I keep hearing of is Airalo, which offers eSIM cards that are supposed to be easy to set up. Well, that concludes our guide to navigating Malmö like a local, and I really hope you liked the video. And if you want to know what to do when you visit Malmö for the first time, check out the video up here where we build an itinerary for first-time visitors to the city. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss more guides and experiences. Until the next video, hej då!